Is it not? Is it not?
Compassion to the whole world.
Yeah, that's the real thing because Vaishnavas are called Paradukha Dukhi. They cannot stand to see others suffering. Correct?
Yeah.
So
So
out of compassion, they preach Krishna consciousness.
mm,
You understand? So the Vaishnavas are meant to deliver.
mm,
So everybody, they try to help, even in China, or even in Europe, or even in Africa, or even in India. Because the whole thing is to surrender to Krishna. If we don't surrender to Krishna, then our life is going to be miserable. You understand?
I understand 100%, and I experienced that, and I don't want to go back to that.
Yeah, we should not all want to go back. Why we should go back? Having come to this Krishna consciousness, then your material life is actually, it is finished.
Mm,
The wheel of cycle of birth and death stops immediately when you take up Krishna consciousness.
mm.
You understand?
Yes.
So that is the important thing, you see. And you can only get Krishna through the devotees.
Mm.
You cannot get Krishna directly, that's not possible. Hmm? How is it possible?
Not possible only through sadhu sangha.
Hmm. So someone wants to chant the prayer so we can start.
Krishna Prabhu Dhanvar Ram, all glories to Srila Prabhupada.
Yeah. Someone can chant the prayers, huh?
I'll
Anyone,
start.
anyone like to volunteer? I can do it.
I'll
Okay, Prabhu. Thank you very
Om
much.
Bhagavate Vasudevaya Om Om Devaya Om Ajnanatimirandasya Chakshurantam Yena Mai Shri Guru Namah Shri Chaitanya Mano
I think the line is a little bad. It's choppish. We are intermittently able to hear you.
Prabhu.
The network is a little choppish. It's not smooth. Okay, go on, please.
Chaitanya Manobishtam Stapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kada Mahyam Dadati Padantikam Vandeham Shri Guru Shri Utapadakamalam Shri Gurum Vaishnavam Cha Shri Rupam Sagrajatam Saharanaraghunathan Tam Tam Divam Sadvaitam Savadutam Pariyantaitam Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padanta Sahagana Lalita Sita Kanishimcha He Krishna Karuna Sindho Dina Bandho Jagat Kanta Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vishvano Devi Pranamake Vancha Kalpatarveshta Kripastu Eva Vachanam Pamekyo Nam Vedanta Namine Namaste Saraswate Deve Gauravani Prachane Chaitanya Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Roger. Hare Krishna Prabhuji, thank you for again joining us this week. And thank you everyone for joining in this. Please accept my humble obeisances. All glory to Srila Prabhupada, all glory to His Grace Sundar Gopal Prabhuji to extend his valuable time week on week. And very succinctly, very, very concisely, squeezing in all of loads of information and philosophically from the scriptures, Prabhupada's writing, and covering a lot of ground in a short span of time. So that's very, very commendable and very, very fortunate that we have been part of this whole congregation. I hope everybody would echo to the same sentiment and would take good advantage and continue to take the same advantage and help others to come on board onto the platform as we move on week. So with that note, we can start the session for the week. So any opening questions, please unmute yourself or chat the regular ritual to open up any discussions. So I'll take a leave. I'll pause now and Sundar Gopal Prabhuji, please address the congregation if you'd like to. Hare Krishna. Thank you very much.
Hare Krishna, accept my obeisances, all glory to Prabhupada. Thank you for coming online again, giving us an opportunity to be of some use to all of you. So please be free to air your questions so that we can, try to answer them as much as the way Prabhupada would want to. So anybody would like to start off with a question?
I
Hare
do
Krishna,
have
Prabhu.
one question.
Dhanvatanam, Jai. Go ahead, Manu.
No. It was a small question. I'd like to hear your question.
So who has a question?
This is Mahananda Das, Prabhu.
So tell me.
Yeah, Prabhu, before Lord Krishna appeared on the earth, so then started worshipping the Lord. Who all the people used to worship before Lord?
So before Krishna came, who the people were worshipping? Huh?
Correct.
So now, in your opinion, you think that before Krishna came, nobody knew about Krishna? Yes?
At least my material thinking.
No, just like now, the sun, in this part of the world, the sun is not there. In your side, the sun is there, right? Yes or not?
Yes,
Correct?
correct.
So, but it doesn't mean that because the sun is not here, nobody knows about the sun. Does it mean that? Huh?
Right.
So people know, but it's just that they're not seeing the sun, correct?
Correct.
Just like now, we don't see Krishna, but we all know about Krishna. Is it not?
Yes,
Yes or no?
yes.
So it doesn't mean that just because Krishna did not appear, we have all forgotten him. No. Understand? So the knowledge of Krishna is always there. But when he appears, then those who are fortunate, they get a chance to associate with him. You follow? So worship of Krishna is always there. It is not that it is, only revived when he comes. It's not a fact. Just as much as the sun is always there, But because of the covering of the clouds, we cannot see the sun. Yes?
Yes.
You understand?
Yes.
So it is not that Krishna has disappeared and when he came only the whole consciousness was revived. It's not like that. That's why in the Bhagavad Gita Krishna says, yeah, he says,
Prabhu, there is a lot of background noise, Prabhu. Don't
huh?
know where it is. There's a lot of background noise.
Background noise. Oh,
Oh,
maybe Prabhupada's tape is playing. Okay, let me, what is this for something 42? Okay, I will go and switch off the recording, then you can hear better, huh? So you see this verse, Evam Parampara Proktam, Imam Rajurushu Vidva. Give me a minute, eh? Can you hear me now? Hello?
yes. Yes, it's better. Thank you so much, Prabhu.
The noise is from the music that was played. You see here in this verse, you see? The supreme science was thus received to the change of disciplic succession. Saintly king understood in this way. But in course of time, the succession was broken and therefore the sign as it is appeared lost. You see this point here? Huh? That means
Yes.
this message was going on for long time, You follow? Huh?
No, I follow Prabhu, but before Kali Yuga starts, in Dwapara, Treta, Satyuga, who did they worship?
Well, you see, in different yugas, different incarnations become prominent, You understand? Like, for example, in Satya Yuga, Kapila appeared, Lord
Hmm.
Kapila, correct?
Yes, Prabhu.
Ah, so in Treta Yuga, Lord Ram came,
Yes, Prabhu.
right? Yes or not?
Yes,
Then in Dwapara Yuga, Krishna came, being
yes,
free
Prabhu.
from attachment, fear, and anger, being fully absorbed in me and taking refuge in me, many persons in the past became purified by knowledge of me, and thus they all attained transcendental love for me. So he says here, many persons in the past
Hmm.
became purified by knowledge of me. Huh? You understand?
Yes, Prabhu.
So it is not that in the past, because Krishna is not there, no, the knowledge is there. The knowledge, they became purified by knowledge. You understand?
Yes, Prabhu.
Ah. So just because Krishna is not there doesn't mean the knowledge is not there.
Hmm.
You follow? Like now, Krishna is not present here, but we have the understanding of Krishna, is it not?
Yes, Prabhu.
You understand?
Hmm.
Hmm. So this knowledge is essential. As soon as you remember Krishna, Krishna is there. As Chaitanya Mahaprabhu said, the moment you chant Hare Krishna, you will never lose my company.
Hmm.
Yes?
Yes, Prabhu.
So we must understand this, spiritual life, there's no separation, The moment you chant Krishna, Krishna is there. You follow?
Yeah.
That's why spiritual life is not like material life. There is a lot of gaps, there you don't see the person. Just like Prabhupada give the example, if you chant apple, 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 you cannot taste the apple. Correct?
Correct.
But when you chant Krishna's name, you're already feeling blissful. How are you feeling blissful? You don't get the same bliss by chanting apple or orange,
Right. Yes, Prabhu.
So it doesn't mean that, Krishna must be present for us to connect with him. Yeah, Krishna is, that's why the verse is sung, no? Angani yashya sakalendriya vittimani manti. Krishna's senses are all, interchangeable. And if you think of Krishna, Krishna is there, Krishna can be there,
Yes,
So that's
Prabhu.
important understanding. That's why it says, Nama Chintamani Krishna Chaitanya Rasa Vigraha. Let me take out that verse for you. So you must understand this in that kind of perspective, That's why when you chant Hare Krishna, you're already with Krishna. Yes?
Yes.
There's no separation. So this is very important point, That's how you develop an understanding. I'm just taking out the verse, 17133. So you see here, it is a very important verse. Oh goodness gracious. We got it here. Nama Chintamani Krishna Chaitanya Rasa Vigraha Purna Suddho Nitya Mukto Abhinatvam Nama Naminoyoho. See, the holy name of Krishna is transcendently blissful. It bestows all spiritual benediction, for it is Krishna himself. It's non-different. The reservoir of all pleasure. Krishna's name is complete, and it is the form of all transcendental mellows. It is not a material name under any condition, and it is no less powerful than Krishna himself. Since Krishna's name is not contaminated by material qualities, there is no question of it being involved with Maya. Krishna's name is always liberated and spiritual. It is never conditioned by the laws of material nature. This is because the name of Krishna and Krishna himself are identical. You understand this point? The moment you know this science and you chant Krishna's name, or any of Krishna's expansion, incarnations and all, you get the same benefits. They're non-different. Rama Muteshu Kala Niyamena Tistan Nana Avatara Karod Bhuvaneshu Kintu. Krishna has got so many incarnations, no? So all of them are coming to deliver the conditioned souls. So all we need to do is get that knowledge and try to connect to Krishna. Any time, it's not that you want to speak about you. Even you go to hell also, if you chant, you get delivered, no? Correct?
Yes, Prabhu.
So this understanding must be there. It's not that, oh, Krishna is not there. So how we get to, get those people get delivered by Krishna because they have no connection. No, it doesn't work like that. Hmm. You understand? Pure devotee, the moment he chants Krishna's name, he see Krishna everywhere. Yeah? Yes. I think this is the worst. See? Yo mam pasyati sarvatra sarvam cha mahi pasyanti tashyam na parnashyami sa cha me na parnasyati. For one who sees me everywhere and sees everything in me, I am never lost. Nor is he ever lost to me. The moment you chant Krishna's name and understand that Krishna is everywhere, then he is never lost. Nor is he ever lost to me also. You follow? Hello?
Yes, Prabhu.
Hmm. You understand?
No,
The different techniques of worshipping Krishna in different ages, that is there. But the whole idea is to get Krishna, no? Hmm? Whatever results obtained in Satya Yuga were meditating on Vishnu. So the method of contacting the Lord is meditating on Vishnu, Satya Yuga. Yes.
yes, Prabhu.
Satya Yuga by performing these sacrifices. And in Dwaparaga by serving the Lord's lotus feet can be obtained in Kali Yuga simply by chanting the Hare Krishna Mahamantra. Then all this is to connect to Krishna. Yes.
Yes, Prabhu.
So if you connect to Krishna, then he is never lost. You follow?
Yes, I follow, Prabhu.
Hmm.
I,
Hmm. So
yeah,
that
I have.
whatever is achieved by meditation in Satya Yoga, by performance sacrifice in Treta Yoga, by worship of Krishna's lotus feet in Dwapara is obtained in the age of Kali simply by qualifying the name of Lord Kesava. So there is no question of separation. Separation means you forget and you don't do this program. Then you get covered by Maya. Either you are in Satya Yuga and Trita Yuga or whatever Yuga you don't do, then Satya Yuga will become like Kali Yuga. And if you do, Kali Yuga will become Satya Yuga. You understand?
Yes, Prabhu.
Huh?
So, Prabhu, in entire Srimad Bhagavatam except 10th canto, so nowhere Lord Krishna has appeared to any of the devotee. It was other incarnation.
Krishna or his incarnations are all the same. You understand?
So does that mean they are praying to the different form of the Lord? So that's why Lord Krishna did not appear to them?
It is, you see, some devotees have got certain preference to loving the Lord in that particular form. For example, Hanuman, he likes to worship Ram. You understand?
Yes, Prabhu.
So it doesn't mean because Hanuman is not worshipping Krishna, therefore he is, substandard or something.
No, no, no.
Huh? The idea is that he's having his rasa with Ram, correct?
Yes, Prabhu.
Ram is also an extension of the Lord, correct?
Yes, Prabhu.
So according to the devotees, attraction, so he develops that. You see here. So according to the devotee's desire, by chanting the holy name of the Supreme Lord, one comes to the stage of love of Godhead. Then the devotee is fixed now as an eternal servant of the Lord. And he gradually becomes very much attached to a particular name and form of the Supreme Personality of Godhead.
Mm.
You follow? And as his heart melts with ecstatic love, he laughs very loudly or cries or shouts. Sometimes he sings and dances like a madman, for he is indifferent to public opinion. You follow here? Huh?
Yes, Prabhu.
So, if a person develops an attraction in Satya Yoga by doing all the meditation, huh?
Mm.
So he will develop a particular attraction for a particular form of the Lord. As long as it is something to do with Krishna or his expansion, then the person is rightly situated. But if he
Yes.
gets attracted to demigods, then that's not correct. You understand?
Yes, Prabhu. Yes, yes, yes.
Suppose he gets attracted to, let's say, Lord Shiva. That means it's not. That's not correct. You follow? Suppose he get attracted to the Kurma Rupa. Let's say he likes.
Mm.
So there's nothing wrong because Kurma is an expansion of the Lord. Correct?
Yes, Prabhu.
Like many devotees are also attracted to Lord Narasimhadev. So because they are not attracted to Krishna but rather they are attracted to Narasimhadev, then they are bogus. Hello?
Mm. Yes. No, no.
Yeah. So we have to give preference to each devotee's, attraction. You understand? Of course, if we get attracted to Krishna, that is the highest. Fortunate for us that we have taken birth now here and we have got the connection of Prabhupada and then Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, which is who introduced this highest form of love, Radha Krishna love, correct?
Yes, yes, Prabhu.
Hmm. You follow?
Yes. So, Prabhu, when Lord appeared as a son of Mother Devaki,
Hmm.
why Lord showed as 400 forms, Prabhu?
Yeah, it is explained there in that verses. It says that because if I have come as an ordinary child, you would have mistaken me as an ordinary child.
Right, Prabhu. But why not show the Krishna form instead of 400 Vishnu?
So he showed the 400, he changed to his Krishna form, 200 form, no?
Then became child?
Huh? After he has exposed to them and explained to them his incarnation and he has come, this is his incarnation, third incarnation, because he came 3 times to them, no? And he was explaining to them, the first birth was Prishni and Garbha, he came, and then he came as Vamana Dev, and now he is coming back again as Krishna. Yes?
Mm.
So
Yes, Prabhu.
Krishna is explaining, if I had shown my ordinary form to you, then you would have mistaken me as not being God.
So
Whereas
that,
he did not show this form to Yashoda. Yashoda, he came as an ordinary child, straight, because her love and devotion for him was, on the very transcendental pure level. She doesn't want to see Krishna as God at all. In fact, she don't know Krishna is God. Yeah?
no, no, right, Prabhu. But Mother Devaki believed when Lord has shown the 400 Vishnu form. But my question is, sorry if I my useless question. So Lord has shown 400 Vishnu form, then became a child. So why Lord directly, okay, I am the Krishna, then became a, why that did not happen?
Krishna has to show, firstly, to assure them because they are very frightened. 6 of their children were killed by Kamsa.
Yes, Prabhu.
You understand? And that 6 children came, they didn't show their 400 form, no?
Right.
But this time Krishna came to assure them, look, I am the Supreme Personality of Godhead. I have come in my 400 form, Narayana form, Sankha Chakra Gada Padma. Yes?
Yes, Prabhu. But why Narayana form? Why not Krishna form directly?
Yes, yes. Krishna's form is here. A fool deride me when I come in my human form, right? Bhagavad Gita, you know, right?
Yes, Prabhu.
Apramante mam muda, correct?
Yes, Prabhu.
So there's a good chance of mistaking Krishna as an ordinary person. That also what happened to Brahma. Brahma thought that this boy playing down there must be some ordinary boy, no? He stole the cups, correct?
Yes, Prabhu. So their mother Devaki has believed when showed the 400 form, rather because that does that mean Mother Devaki doesn't know Krishna is the Supreme Lord, only Narayana is the Supreme Lord?
You see, the thing is that the verses explain that if he had come as an ordinary child as Krishna, they both would have got mistaken. You understand? Because Krishna looks like an ordinary child, no? You follow?
Hmm.
Ah. So in order to elevate that kind of a thinking, he showed himself that I am God as appeared as the eighth incarnation from your womb. You follow?
Yes, Prabhu.
When he comes in 400 form, it's very clear he is not an ordinary person. Correct?
Correct. Correct.
Ah. So to show that actually I am God myself, that's why I'll take the words for you that we can read together. I think it's in 10.3. Yeah? That explain. Krishna himself is explaining, you know. I show you the verse. So the Lord is saying here, so okay here. This is the verse. Lord is speaking. I've shown you this form of Vishnu just to remind you of my previous birth. Otherwise, if I appeared like an ordinary human child, you would not believe that the Supreme Personality of Godhead Vishnu has indeed appeared. That? Hello?
Yes, Prabhu. So I'm trying to understand still. So Lord has shown Vishnu form. Does that mean Mother Devaki doesn't know Krishna is the Supreme?
Did not need to be reminded that the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Lord Vishnu, had appeared as a son. She already accepted this. Nonetheless, she was anxious, thinking that if her neighbors heard that Vishnu had appeared as a son, none of them would believe it. Therefore, she wanted Lord Vishnu to transform himself into a human child. On the other hand, the Supreme Lord was also anxious, thinking that if he appeared as an ordinary child, she would not believe that Lord Vishnu had appeared. Such are the dealing between the devotees and the Lord. The Lord deals with his devotee exactly like a human being. But this does not mean that the Lord is one of the human beings, for this is the conclusion of non-devotees. Avajanante ma muddha manusyam tanam ashritam. Devotees know that the Supreme Personality of Godhead under any circumstances. This is the difference between a devotee and a non-devotee. The Lord says, Man mana bhava mad bhakto mad yaji mam namaskuru. Engage your mind always in thinking of me, become my devotee, offer obeisance to me and worship me. A non-devotee cannot believe that simply by thinking of a person one can achieve liberation from this material world and go back home, back to Godhead. But this is a fact. The Lord comes as a human being, and if one become attached to the Lord on the platform of loving service, one's promotion to the transcendental world is assured. See, Prabhupada is giving the explanation. Hmm?
Yes.
You understand? Yeah. Both of you, husband and wife, should constantly think of me as your son, but always know that I am the Supreme Personality of Godhead. By thus thinking of me constantly with love and affection, you will achieve the highest perfection of returning home back to Godhead. So this is the instruction of Krishna. Hmm?
Yes, Prabhu, I got it.
Then, so he wanted to show that I am God, you know. You follow?
Yes, yes,
Then,
yes,
Dev Goswami said, after thus instructing his father and mother, which child will come out and simply speak? Huh? A child will not speak, what? Baby, correct? Huh? Can, you have children? No, they start speaking to you? Huh? Hello?
no, no, Prabhu.
Ah, so the Lord had to do all these things to tell him that Vasudeva and Devaki, look, I am God has appeared, don't worry, you just do what I say, you understand?
Yes,
You follow? Then they also get confident because already they saw 6 of their children and now Kamsa killed them all. She is in fact thinking that, my dear Lord, you quickly change to an ordinary form so I can hide you somewhere. She was thinking like that. She was so fearing about Kamsa. You
yes,
understand? Hmm?
yes,
In
Prabhu.
fact, Kamsa, when she brought the Yoga Maya to Durga to Kamsa, correct? The baby girl, right?
Yes,
Yeah?
Prabhu.
When Kamsa smashed the baby girl, she slipped and she showed her Durga form, no? Then Kamsa
Yes,
also became very, careful. He became sorry. And he released Vasudev and Devaki and thinking, wow, they are no ordinary people. You understand? You read the whole story? Yes?
yes,
Ah. So this is how the Lord exhibits his potency to explain not only to Vasudev and Devaki, also to a lot of non-believers and believers and devotees and all. You understand? I saw the one Mahabharat movie and all. They showed one spark is coming out. No,
yeah,
well,
yeah.
we don't believe this spark business because here you see directly God has come in His form because they all are impersonalists. You understand? They
Yes,
always
Prabhu.
like to give an impersonal twist to all these facts. So to prove all this impersonal is all bogus, Krishna came in his original form, I mean his expansion as Vishnu.
Hmm.
You understand? By 4 hands means no ordinary child has 4 hands, no? Ever.
Yes,
Anybody in America, they are taking birth as 4 hands, huh? 4 legs maybe.
Prabhu.
Huh? Correct.
Correct.
This
Thank
is
you so much.
why the Lord, is so, I mean, he knows what he's doing, no? Correct.
Yes, yes.
Hmm. So now I'm appeared. Don't be worried. You take me to what? Vrindavan. I mean to Mathura. Right. So
Thank
that
you.
is, he actually he is running everything. This is his transcendental pastimes. Correct.
Yes, yes.
Hmm. So he is appearing as on schedule, 8th child of Devaki, and he shows have come, and then he transforms himself to an ordinary child so that he will be full Kamsa. And the same time, Yasoda, who is on the very topmost platform of loving, she can also exhibit a love for him. Correct? You understand? So this is the functional pastimes of the Lord. For the devotees, it is very pleasurable. For the non-devotees, it is very confusing. Yes.
Yes, Prabhu. Thank you very, very much. So much.
Hmm. Any other question?
Prabhu, I do have one question. I was looking at this one verse, uh, second canto, chapter 1, verse 33, where it speaks on how Krishna's activities are the reactions of three modes of material nature. I read the purport, but I'm still trying to understand.
What verse is that?
I think it was chapter second canto, chapter 1, verse 33. Yeah, I think this is the chapter of the.
What that again? Please tell me one more time.
It was second canto,
Mm-hmm.
first chapter,
First chapter,
uh, and 33rd verse.
33rd verse. Okay. All right. We got here.
Yes, yes.
O king, the rivers are the veins of the gigantic body in the purport, huh?
Yeah,
Where in the purport?
yeah. It was talking about how Krishna's activities are the reactions of material nature. But I'm still like I feel like it's still inconceivable. It's like a chinta beta beta tapa, like how like our activities are directed by the Lord and everything, but like I'm still trying to understand.
Can you tell me exactly where? Okay, we'll read it together. The personality of Godhead is not a dead stone, nor is he inactive, as is poorly taught by some schools. He moves with the progress of time, and therefore he knows all about the past and future, along with his present activities. There is nothing unknown to him. The conditioned souls are driven by the reaction of the modes of material nature, which are the activities of the Lord. As stated in the, is this the place you are confused? The conditioned souls are driven by the reaction of the modes of material nature, which are the activities of the Lord, because these are his material activities. You
Yeah.
understand? As stated in the
Mm.
Bhagavad Gita, the modes of material nature act under his direction, and as such, no natural functions are blind or automatic. See, nothing happens by chance, Everything is synchronized by the arrangement of the Lord. You follow? So the power beyond the activities is the supervision of the Lord, and thus the Lord is never inactive as is wrongly conceived. So this is the thing, that everything Maya is under my control. You follow?
Yes.
The Vedas say that the Supreme Lord has nothing to do personally, as is always the case with the superiors. Everything is done by his direction. As it is said, not a
Mm.
moves without his sanction. In the Brahma Samhita 548, it said that all the universes and the heads of them, the Brahma exists only for the duration of his breathing period. The same is confirmed here. The air on which the universe and the planet within the universe exist is nothing but a bit of the breath of the unchangeable Virat Purusha. So even by studying the rivers, trees, air, passing ages, one can conceive the personality of Godhead without being misled by the formless conception of the Lord. In the Bhagavad Gita 12.5, it is stated that those who are much inclined to the formless conception of the Supreme Truth are more troubled than those who are intelligently conceived of the personal form. You understand?
Mm.
Everything is controlled
Yes.
and managed by the Lord. Nothing is outside the management of the Lord. Not a blade of grass can move without the sanction of the Lord.
Mm.
So Maya is a
Yes.
shadow. It is like a shadow. She only works when the master moves the hand and the shadow is there. You understand? Shadows are
Mm.
not independent.
Yes.
So the living which
The shadows have. Mm.
hmm? So we have to see it in this and in this, understanding that everything is done by the will of the Lord.
Mm.
Nothing
Everything.
works by chance. There's no chance philosophy in our, scriptures.
Mm.
You understand?
Mm. Yes. Thank you, Prabhu.
Is it clear?
Very clear.
So
Very
every
clear.
your basis is with the Pandavas, he was always there with them. Also, Gopis, he was there with them. So yes, he's always there. If you can you take out Krishna from this world? Is it possible?
No. No, Prabhu.
Uh, Yeah. The Bhagavad Gita, it says, no, everything is under Mayam Tata Idam Sarvam Jagad Avyakta Murtina. This is his opulence. You understand? Krishna is everywhere. That's why fools deride me when I come in this human form, no? Maya tatamidam sarvam jagad avyakta murtina manstani sarva bhutani na chaham tesu avastitaha. It's amazing. By me in my unmanifested form, the entire universe is pervaded. All beings are in me, but I am not in them. That is his mystic opulence, you know. See, by his inconceivable energy, everything is there. And at the same time, he is not there. Nacha matstani bhutani pashyame yoga aishwaryam. Bhutabran nacha bhutasto mama atma bhuta bhavanaha. And yet everything that is created does not rest in me. Behold my mystic opulence. Although I am the maintainer of all living, and although I am everywhere, I am not part of this cosmic manifestation. For myself is the very source of creation. This is my mystic opulence, Krishna says. How I am there and not there. You follow?
Yes, Prabhu.
So by his energy, all is pervading. He's not there physically. Of course, as super soul is there in the heart of everybody. That is also his expansion. When Krishna is there, they show in some movie and all that, when Krishna showed his universal form, he came down from the chariot and he exhibited his universal form. But there was no such thing. In the Bhagavad Gita, sitting there with Arjuna and he exhibited his universal form. Krishna is Krishna, he can do anything, not that he has to physically exert and come down the chariot and show his form like that, no? You follow? So God is, is inconceivable. That's one of his aspects. So we have to understand him like that. Yes.
Yes. And like the only way we can come to understanding is to be in Sangha. Like, because seeing how I'm reading and everything, and I read the purport, I felt as though I got more understanding just by hearing you, Prabhu, and everything. So I'm seeing that it's correct that like you have to be in Sangha to know Krishna.
What is that again?
No, I was saying like in order to come to this understanding, you have to be in sadhu sangha, you have to be in association with devotees, correct? And I feel so when I was reading the purport by myself, I got some understanding, but I got even more understanding by getting this association.
Yes, that's why it is good to hear, that it says in the Bhagavad Gita, they discuss among themselves, So when we hear in the association of devotees, then it becomes profoundly clear, So that is the asset, because sometimes when you read, you may be dreaming also,
That's something I'm still trying to work on.
So you may be dreaming that you're reading something, but it's something else. You follow? So when you are together, you cannot do that. You cannot dream. Can you dream while you're talking to someone? It's not possible. Yes?
Yes, Prabhu.
That's why it says association of devotees is very crucial, Very
true.
All scriptures say that, you must associate with devotees.
Mm. That's a
Just,
fact.
just say that you go alone and sit in some cave and then you start, that is not our line, it's something else. First of all, sit in a cave, you need a lot of guts.
Yeah. Recently I just got to know that, what is it? I was hearing from an article that people go under trance a lot, especially people who have PTSD. Like they go in trance, they start remembering their traumatic event and everything, and it feels like the past and memory is like the present and everything. Is that why we have so much trouble trying to remember Krishna and everything? Because we get entranced by everything else except Krishna.
You get difficulty in remembering Krishna because you are on the mental plane. But if you come to the spiritual plane, Brahma Bhuta Prasnatma, then you don't have that problem. Because you cannot go to God when you are in the modes of material nature. That's not possible. So the solution for this, Krishna is advising us to come to a mode of goodness. So when you come to the mode of goodness, then you can gradually get the strength to overcome the goodness and come to the transcendental platform. You have to transcend. Then yes, you can always be remembering Krishna. So in order to do that, we have to practice rules and regulation under the direction of the spiritual master. So when we adhere to that rules and regulation very strictly, then we overcome this Maya and come to the spiritual platform by the mercy of the Guru. We can easily remember Krishna. That's the process. You understand?
Yes, Prabhu.
You cannot try to do other way, It's not possible. Krishna will not come when we are in the modes. That's not possible.
Mm.
Understand?
Yes, Prabhu.
That's why we are told you wake up in the morning, you chant your rounds, you take Krishna Prasadam, you read the books, and then you worship the deities, associate with devotees. So all these are processes to bring us to the transcendental level.
Mm. Yes.
So to come to that level, yes, Krishna will dance in your heart. Prabhupada said, Krishna Chaitanya Mahaprabhu also said, very easily you will see the lotus feet of the Lord.
Mm.
Hmm?
Yes, Prabhu.
So you cannot change things, you have to follow the rules and regulation. Yes.
Yes. Yes, Prabhu.
So we have a question in the chat. Then after, if the next devotee who take the response, won't take care properly, the devotee who give to them also doing offense. I don't think so, This offense is only for the person who neglect the deities, It doesn't matter who they got the deity from, the person is not responsible. You understand? Hello? Is the person here who asked this question? Hello? Hmm? Hare Krishna. Any other questions?
Hare Krishna Prabhuji, I offer my respectful obeisances unto you. All glories to Srila Prabhupada, all glories to you, Prabhuji. Prabhuji, as per Srimad Bhagavatam 10.4.9, it is mentioned that Yoga Maya is Anuja for Krishna. I mean, Krishna is simultaneously born for Yashodama also. So, and also in 10.5.1, it is said Krishna is born to Yashodamata as per Vishwanath Chakravarti's comments. Could you please explain this? Like Krishna is born both to Devakima and Yashodama, both.
You read the purport there, right?
Yes.
So the acharyas are commenting. You understand?
Yes, Prabhuji.
How this is happening, you must understand this is the inconceivable potency of the Lord. You
So
follow?
Yashodama is not foster mother just, she is real mother also for Krishna.
Yes. That's what the acharyas have said. You understand?
Yes, yes, Prabhuji. But it is also mentioned like for Devaki Ma, Vasudeva Krishna was born, and that Vasudeva Krishna is merged inside the original Krishna who was born to Yashodama. So the real Krishna, who is original Krishna, was born to Yashodama only. So what is exactly there, Prabhuji? Is it?
You see, according to Vishwanath Chakravarti, right, Thakur, he says that his explanation is that Krishna was born, he manifested to Vasudeva and Devaki. At the same time, he was also born in the, with Yashoda. And when he came to transform that child, he brought the Krishna back to the original, and then he took the Devaki, the Durga, Yoga Maya to Devaki. You follow? Can we read that together? What is that verse again?
10.5.1, Prabhuji.
10.5.1, huh?
Yes.
So we can see here Acharya is explaining. Vishwanath Chakravarti has discussed the significance of the word nandastu. The word tu, he says, is not used to fulfill the sentence because without tu, the sentence is complete. Therefore, the word tu is used for different purpose. Although Krishna appeared as the son of Devaki, and Devaki and Vasudeva did not enjoy the Jata Karma, the festival of the birth ceremony. Instead, this ceremony was enjoyed by Nanda Maharaj. As stated here, Nandastu Atmaja Utpane Jatahallado Mahamanaha. When Nanda Maharaj met Vasudev, Vasudev could not disclose, your son Krishna is actually my son. You are his father in a different way spiritually. Because of fear of Kamsa, Vasudev could not observe the festival of Krishna's birth. Nanda Maharaj, however, took full advantage of this opportunity. The Jata Karma ceremony can take place when the umbilical cord connecting to the child and the placenta is cut. However, since Krishna was brought by Vasudeva to house of Nanda Maharaj, where was the chance of this to happen? In this regard, Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur desires to prove with evidence from many sastras that Krishna actually took birth as a son of Yashoda before the birth of Yoga Maya, who is described as the Lord's younger sister. Even though there may be doubts about the cutting of the umbilical cord, and even though it is possible that this was not done when the Supreme Personality of Godhead appeared, such events are regarded as factual. Krishna appeared as Varaha Deva from the nostril of Brahma, and therefore Brahma is described as the father of Varaha Deva. Also significant are the words Karyam Asa Vidhivat. Being overwhelmed with jubilation over the birth of his son, Nanda Maharaj did not see whether the cord was cut or not. Thus he performed the ceremony very gorgeously. According to the opinion of some authorities, Krishna was actually born as the son of Yashoda. In any case, without regard for material understanding, we can accept that Nanda Maharaj's celebration for the ceremony of Krishna's birth was proper. This ceremony is therefore well known as everywhere as Nandotsavaha. So the Acharyas explain here. Hello?
Yes, Prabhuji. Yes.
Beyond them, I am not that qualified.
So Krishna is Yashodama's son also.
Yes. Yeah. You understand?
Yes, but why he was called as she is foster mother then? Means
Sometimes he is described as foster mother, but actually anyone who's studying, they know this actually his I mean, Krishna, in that sense, everybody is father and mother also, right? He's God, no? Who is his father and mother? So he takes some father and mother for the purpose of his pastimes. Yes?
Yes.
Hmm. You follow? Actually,
Yes, Prabhuji.
Krishna has got no father and mother. Who is his father and mother? Anadir Adir Govinda, Sarva Karanam Karanam. Correct? Just like here is explained, he came from Varaha Deva, from Brahma's nostril. Correct? Ah, hello.
Yes, yes, Prabhuji.
Sorry? No. He came from the pillar as in nourishing a dev. Doesn't mean the pillar is the father and mother. Hello.
No.
So you have to see that, you have to understand in that perspective. Because Yashoda and
Mm.
Nanda Maharaja is eternal father and mother. And they come down, they are Nitya Siddhas. Understand? Whereas Vasudev and Devaki were, they were practicing austerities to get Krishna as a child. Hmm? Hello?
Yes, yes, Prabhuji.
So, Nanda Maharaj and Yashoda are the eternal father and mother of Krishna. Every time Krishna comes, they are there. Ananda Chinmaya, Pratita, Pratibhavata Abhis. This is spiritual energy, Understand?
Yes, Prabhuji. So, is there any difference between Vasudev Krishna and uh, original Krishna?
There is no difference between Krishna. How you can say there is difference between Vasudev Krishna and Krishna? There is no. Krishna is Krishna, no?
Yes, but why that many names? I
Yes.
mean, is it particularly if there is any difference, then only it should be defined.
You see, the Vasudev, when we speak about meditating of the Lord Vasudev, that means he is absent of his internal potency. When he is alone, then he is called Vasudev incarnation. When he is with the internal potency, then he is called Sitaram, Lakshmi Narayan, like this, there is name of the Lord. You follow? Yeah? When he is meditated upon alone as Vasudev, that means he is alone without his internal potency, energy. Understand?
Yes, Prabhuji.
There's a verse about that in the Bhagavatam, explaining this point. Huh? I have to find it again. I read it. Prabhupada was writing in that, purport. Let me see. I have to look. Anyway, that is the point. You understand? So that's the difference. When you say Vasudev means is without his internal potency. Huh? Is it clear?
Yes, Prabhuji, it is clear.
Uh, so Prabhuji, as you stated, when he's meditated with his as Vasudev, he's without his internal potency.
Yeah.
And what's the other word when he's meditated upon with his eternal potency, like Rama, Krishna, Sita?
Yeah, it's like
I mean
Radha.
Rama, Sita.
Radha,
Sorry.
Radha Krishna, you have
Hmm.
uh, Lakshmi Narayan, you have Sita Ram.
Hmm.
Understand?
Uh,
So that's
And what about yes.
what about what?
What about when he is meditating upon with his devotees, like Prahlad Nrsimha?
Yeah, so
Is that the same thing? Hmm.
Lord Narsimha, Lakshmi Narsimha. So is there with like his potency, internal potency. Huh? You understand?
Oh.
When he's alone, when he's not with his internal potency, then it is the then he is just the 400 form, as Vasudev. And that is meditated by Lord Shiva. Lord Shiva meditates on this Vasudev form.
So only Lord Shiva can do this.
Not only that, anyone who just worship the Lord alone, so he is worshipped like Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya in the mantra, correct?
Mm.
So they are worshipping the Lord like Durva Maharaj, he was meditating on the Lord alone.
Mm. Yeah.
So these are all explained by Prabhupada. So I have to find the verse for you. So let me find and then I will send it to all of you again. Huh? Yes.
Thank you.
Any other questions? Someone has written it here. Krishna is born as Yadu Kumar. Is this a question or is something?
Prabhuji, I read this in WhatsApp group. I just need explanation for this, Prabhuji. This one means Gopis denying that Krishna, Vasudeva and Devaki are not. They denied that they are actual parents of Krishna. Why did they do that? Means what is the meaning of this actually, Prabhuji?
Yeah, this is explained that the Krishna that who does pastimes of killing is not the Krishna who is in Vrindavan. You understand?
Yes.
So they are saying that incarnation is another is Vishnu's incarnation, You follow?
Yes.
So that is explained here in this verse in the CC, correct?
Yes, Prabhuji. So there is difference then between
Also,
Devaki's Krishna.
the one who goes to kill all the, all the demons, Whereas the Yadu Krishna, he never leaves Vrindavan. He's always in Vrindavan. You follow?
Yes.
Krishna, who's with the gopis, is always there. Understand now? Hello?
This is little difficult to understand, Prabhuji. Means how Krishna is like personally he is there like 200 form cowhead boy like that only he is there, or it's only visible to them only, or they are meditating upon Krishna. Like how is it like that he's there in Vrindavan?
The Krishna that is original Krishna Vasudev, to Nanda Maharaj and Yashoda, is that Krishna. Yeah, that Krishna, he is always there in Vrindavan. He never leaves Vrindavan. He doesn't take a step out of Vrindavan. Whereas the Vasudev Krishna from Devaki, his expansion is there in Dwaraka, Mathura, So that Krishna, he does all the other pastimes, Whereas the Vrindavan Krishna, he doesn't go out of Vrindavan. You follow? Hello?
Yes, Prabhuji, I'm following, but it is still difficult for me to understand this, Prabhuji. How Krishna is not going out of Vrindavan and staying there. But
So
still they are lamenting. I mean, when Krishna leaves, they are lamenting also. But if Krishna is there, why are they lamenting?
Krishna, because he's not, just like when he was not there, when he left them before the Rasa Leela, correct? They went around, the gopis went around looking for Krishna, correct?
Yes, Prabhuji, I got it now.
Yeah. Krishna is there,
Yes,
that he was missing. You understand? But he didn't manifest in front of the gopis. The same way, when Krishna is supposedly left Vrindavan, but it's supposedly left, but he's always there in Vrindavan. Hello?
a very wonderful explanation, Prabhuji. I got it now.
Yeah.
I was so confused before.
So Krishna never leaves. Krishna is everywhere. How is that Krishna is someplace? Someplace where Krishna is not there? So this understanding have to be clear. Understand? We are always trying to see Krishna with our material understanding. You understand? Because we are now conditioned by material modes. So we see things like, for example, we see something, we think it must be created. So when we see Krishna, we think he also must be created, but it's not a fact. You understand? It's because our conditioning. So we want to see through our vision, which is conditioned. So that is not a fact. Krishna is not an ordinary human being. He is not like us. You follow? Huh?
Yes. Here one more doubt, Prabhuji, that if Krishna is everywhere and everything, he can be here, there also. But why specifically gopis deny that? They can say Devaki is Mas, Krishna is also Krishna. Why are they denying that?
What is that again?
It is mentioned that gopis deny that Vasudeva and Devaki are Krishna's actual parents. They denied. So if Krishna can be there also, here also, why are they discriminating then? They can say that they're also parents of Krishna only.
You understand that the gopis' love for Krishna is on a very, very high level. They cannot see Krishna, For example, when Krishna he went missing, the gopis went to look for him, correct?
Yes, Prabhuji.
You know that? And so when they were looking for him, he wanted to kind of, amuse them. He came in front of them in his four-handed form. As Narayan, he was sitting there, and then they came, they paid obeisance, and they asked, where's Krishna? They asked him, and he, he just, as a Narayana form, they didn't have that feeling of rasa with him, You understand? And then they went, after they pay obeisance, they went away looking for Krishna. You follow? Of course, when Radharani came, he could not keep his four-handed form, he changed to his two-handed form. In front of her, he could not maintain that pastime of his. You follow? So the gopis only have that relationship with Krishna. They know. Just like when they saw him in Kurukshetra, correct? He was with elephants and he was with soldiers and everything, and they were praying, especially Radharani. I don't want to see you in this form. I want to see you as, Krishna in the Yamuna, with three-handed form, with a flute and frozen flowers and this, because their mood and rasa is with Krishna in that form. Although the same Krishna was there with his military and with his elephants and all that, but they didn't feel good with him in there. You understand? Hello?
Yes, very, very great explanation, Prabhuji. I'm so happy. I am understanding now.
Yes. So they just want to be with Krishna like that, That's their love. You cannot say why and how and all. This is their transcendental relationship.
Yes, thank you very much, Prabhuji. It's clear now.
And what is another question? Prabhu, if someone is worshipping all the demigods and Lord Brahma and Krishna as the same, so what is their situation? How we should help them understand, because they become so adamant in accepting the truth that Krishna is the supreme. This is the problem. That's why Krishna says, after many, many births, you see this point here? The Bhagavad Gita, Krishna says, he says, anyone after many, many births, who knows that I am all in all, such a person, Jnanavan mam prapadyante vasudevam sarvamiti samatma sudurlabha. After many birth and death, he who is actually in knowledge surrenders unto me. Knowing me be the cause of all causes, and all that is such a great soul is very rare. So to understand this must take many, many births, Now they all are like, mostly Hindus, they think that all God are the same. Correct? Hmm? So for them, they feel that if they say one God is bigger and the other God is smaller, it's creating big offense. Hello? Are you there? The person who asked this question, hello?
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
You're there, huh? So see, this is our general problem with a lot of Hindus, Mostly they think all gods are the same. You understand?
Yes, Prabhuji.
So how to help them? See, I had a similar problem. I had one boy who was a very staunch devotee of Lord Shiva, So I was telling him that no, Krishna is the supreme, you know. So he was adamant about it. He's not budging. So I told him, okay, good, let us settle the matter. You very dear to Lord Shiva. I'm sure you love him so much. Now you go to him and ask him who is the supreme God. If Shiva, you love him so much, he will tell you. Why not? You go. So Shiva, he went to the temple of Lord Shiva that he always go to, and there while he was thinking, he asked this question, are you the supreme personality of Godhead? Then is Krishna is the supreme God? When he said that, one flower fell down from Lord Shiva. And after that, he came back and surrendered to become a devotee of Krishna. Became full-time actually, devotee. So this is the best way to settle the score. Right? They love their demigod so well. Okay, go and ask them, who is God? Who is the supreme God? If the demigod, if they ask the demigod will not say Krishna is supreme God. There will be big offense on the demigods. Yes? Hello?
Yes, Prabhuji.
Hmm? So why not challenge them like that? Hello?
Yes, Prabhuji. But still, I mean, they don't want to hear like us especially because they think that like we are following something different, and then they don't want to hear whatever we say.
No, you can tell them everything, anything, and you can show them and this and that. But they not accept. What you can do? Huh? Tell me. Hello?
Yes, Prabhuji.
So you put it onto their court. Okay, you say he is God, then you go and find out. Yes?
Yes.
Yes or not?
Yes, Prabhuji.
Hmm? In fact, this question is also there in the Bhagavatam, In the Bhagavatam, the sages were assembled and they were all wanting to find out who is the supreme God, no? Yes?
Yes.
Correct. They send the Guru Muni to go and find out who is the supreme God. Is that not a fact? Hmm? Do you know that or not? Yeah? See, this problem is not today or yesterday, It's a very old problem. Yeah. Sukadev Goswami said, once, O king, as a group of sages were performing a Vedic sacrifice on the bank of the Saraswati river, a controversy rose among them as to which of the three chief deities is supreme. The three deity mentioned is Lord Vishnu, Lord Brahma, and Lord Shiva. Right? Eager to resolve this question, O king, the sages sent Lord Brahma's son Bhrigu to find the answer. First, he went to his father's court to test how well Lord Brahma was situated in the mode of goodness. Bhrigu failed to bow down to him or glorify him with prayers. The Lord became angry at him, inflamed into fury by his own passion. Though anger towards his son was now rising within his heart, Lord Brahma was able to subdue it by applying his intelligence. In the same way that fire is extinguished by its own product, water. Bhrigu then went to Mount Kailas. There, see, Lord Brahma, he became angry. Huh? He mentally committed offense. He mentally committed offense, and Brahma became angry. He didn't pay obeisances. Then he went to Mount Kailas. The Lord Shiva stood up and happily came forward to embrace his brother, because they're brothers, no? But Bhrigu refused his embrace, telling him, "You are a deviant heretic." At this, Lord Shiva became angry and his eyes burned ferociously. He raised his trident and was about to kill Bhrigu when Goddess Devi fell at his feet and spoke some words to pacify him. Bhrigu then left the place and went to Vaikuntha, where Lord Janardhan resides. So here he is committing verbally. With Brahma he committed mentally and Brahma became angry. Here he abused Lord Shiva verbally and Lord Shiva became very, very angry. So then he went to Vaikuntha. There he went up to the Supreme Lord, who was lying with his head on the lap of his consort Sri Lakshmi, and he kicked him on the chest. The Lord then rose along with his goddess Lakshmi as a sign of respect. Coming down from his bedstead, that supreme goal of all pure devotees bowed his head to the floor before the sage and told him, "Welcome, Brahmana. Please sit in this chair and rest a while. Kindly forgive us, dear master, for not noticing your arrival." Please purify me, my realm, and the realm of the universal rulers devoted to me by giving us the water that has washed your feet. This holy water is indeed what makes all places of pilgrimage sacred. Today, my Lord, I have become the exclusive shelter of the goddess of fortune, Lakshmi. She will consent to reside on my chest because your food has rid it of sins. See how the Lord is speaking. He kicked him, he kicked the Lord. The Lord never became angry. In fact, the Lord is praising him. Sukadev Goswami said, Bhrigu felt satisfied and delighted to hear the solemn words spoken by Lord Vaikuntha. Overwhelmed with devotion as he remained silent with eyes brimming with tears. O king, Bhrigu then returned to the sacrificial arena of the wise Vedic authorities and described his entire experience to them. Amazed upon hearing Bhrigu's account, the sages were free from all doubts and became convinced that Vishnu is the greatest Lord. From him come peace, fearlessness, the essential principle of religion, detachment with knowledge, the eightfold powers of mystic yoga and its glorification, which cleanses the mind of all impurities. He is known as the supreme destination for those who are peaceful and equiposed, the selfless, wise saints who have given up all violence. His most dear form is that of pure goodness, and the Brahmanas are his worshipful deities, persons of keen intellect who have attained spiritual peace, worship him without selfish motives. See that? The Lord expands to three kinds of manifest beings, Rakshasas, demons, and the demigods, all of whom are created by the Lord's material energy and conditioned by a modes. But among these three modes, it is the mode of goodness which is meant for attaining life's final success. So, from here, this story you can see, the learned Brahmanas living along the river Saraswati came to the conclusion in order to dispel the doubts of all people. Sukadeva Goswami said, thereafter they rendered devotional service to the Supreme Lord's lotus feet and attained his abode. Okay? So, you can quote this story? Yes?
It
Yes,
was
Prabhuji.
a amazing pastime.
So try to see if you can, help them, you see, because someone who is very addicted to this worship of demigods, it's very hard to dislodge them, because they're getting favors from the demigods. So naturally they are attached. Yes.
Yes, very true, Prabhuji.
Mm. And the same time, the demigod, they don't follow any rules and regulation.
Yes.
Understand?
Yes, Prabhuji.
So anyway, you try to help them by giving prasadam at least. No? What?
Prabhuji, one more thing I wanted to ask.
No.
Since if somebody is worshipping only like demigods and like in their altar they have only the demigods photographs and like that. So can we add Radha Krishna photo to that altar? At least somehow or other they worship Radha Krishna that way.
Yeah, you can add all Radha and Krishna, but put them not on the same level, you put them higher. And that will upset the others. Correct?
Yes, Prabhuji.
So better to have your own private altar, just a picture of Krishna and for the time being. Why disturb them?
Yeah, actually my concern was just if they also can start worshipping Radha Krishna. So if I could put a picture of Radha Krishna to their altar also.
Yeah, if you can keep them on a higher plane, then it'll be good, no? You cannot put them on the same level as everybody, no?
Yeah, right.
Correct?
Yes.
You try to just put them in a little higher position, and then if they are okay with that, I mean, fine with you. And then you may offer flowers, you may offer flower to Radha and Krishna, then you don't offer to the demigod, they also will become upset. Yes? Hello?
Yes, Prabhuji.
So you have to be very careful not to disturb their mood, Yes?
Yes, Prabhuji.
Otherwise they will become more angry with you. What to do? Eh?
Yeah.
So because you understand things, but they don't, For them, they don't see anything different, You follow?
Yes, understood.
So one should not, there's a verse in the Bhagavad Gita, one should try to do in a way that you don't disturb the mind of these people. Yes? Rather, you should try to help them to work in the spirit of devotion. You understand or not? You should encourage them to work in the spirit of devotion. So in that way, they will grow up spiritually. So, yeah. As the ignorant perform their duties with attachment to result, the learned may similarly act but without attachment for the sake of leading people on the right path. So as not to disturb the mind of the ignorant man attached to the fruitive results of prescribed duty, a learned person should not induce them to stop work. Rather, by working in the spirit of devotion, he should engage them in all sorts of activities for the gradual development of Krishna consciousness. Right?
Yes, Prabhuji.
Huh?
Yeah, that's a very nice word.
So in this way you encourage them, no? How to help them? You have to, Krishna is in your heart. You just pray to Krishna and Krishna will give you the intelligence. You follow? But if you go and say all these demigods useless, don't do, you crazy, you guys foolish, and then their fight will start. Although you are right, you're not wrong, but you have to present it in such a way that you encourage them in the spirit of devotion, no?
Yes, Prabhuji.
Understand?
Yes,
Huh?
yes.
So we should be very tactful in our dealings.
Yes, Prabhuji, understood.
So try to help them, huh?
Yes, Prabhuji.
Any other questions?
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. Thank you so much.
I do have one question, Prabhu. As you were explaining how we shouldn't disturb the ignorant when they're, on this platform of demigod worship and everything. But I see there are times where there's like we have to chop, kind of like how Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati or Thakur would do it, or Srila Prabhupada would do it. But like, how do they know when they had to evoke that type of preaching, that hard preaching?
Well, if a person is sincerely inquiring and is willing to take the lessons you are imparting, the knowledge, then yeah, you can give him more knowledge. But if a person is reacting to it, then we have to stop. You understand? According to the person's understanding, we give them the instruction. You follow? But if you go there and you do the bang bang thing and then all that, that's going to make a lot of disruption, you know. So we have to learn how to preach, yes, to people who can accept, yes. But people who don't accept, then what to do? Right? So
Yes.
be careful when we speak, you know. So that's why, best thing, if the person is a devotee, yeah, you can give so much of understanding, talk and all that. But if a person is not agreeing, then you better speak on the bodily concept. You're not the soul, you are not the body, you are the spirit soul, and try to elevate them from that point, See, it's basic thing to them, for them to understand. So preacher has to be very tactful to know how to give that message. Just like Krishna, he spoke basic things in the Bhagavad Gita, correct?
Very basic, very basic.
And then he spoke much more detail to Uddhava, his higher knowledge. Yeah? So,
Very high.
yeah, according to the recipient, he gives the knowledge. As you surrender, reward accordingly. So we should know how to, speak when is necessary, what is necessary.
Yes, that's a fact.
That's how we learn how to progressively help others, Because usually in the neophyte stage, we always make mistake, by ramming things down people's throat,
I can attest to that.
Yeah, so we make more enemies, Of course, what you say is right, but the way you have done it is what matters, no?
That's a fact.
So it says here, austerity of speech consists in speaking words that are truthful, pleasing, beneficial, and not agitating to others. And also in a regular and also in regularly reciting the Vedic literature. Learn how to do this. One should not speak in such a way as to agitate the mind of others. Of course, when a teacher speaks, he can speak the truth for the instruction of his student, but such a teacher should not speak to those who are not his students, if he will agitate their minds. This is the penance as far as talking is concerned. Besides that, one should not talk nonsense. This process of speaking in spiritual circle is to say something upheld by the scriptures. One should at once quote from scriptural authority to back up what he is saying. At the same time, such talk should be very pleasurable to the ear. By such discussion, one can derive the highest benefit and elevate human society. There's the limitless stock of Vedic literature, and one should study this. This is called penance of speech. So here the guideline is given. Yes. That's why it says,
Not agitate the mind.
yeah, to quote the scriptures is the best. That way it is not your opinion. You cannot say, you say this, why are you saying this thing? I'm not saying, the Shastra is saying. You understand? That way you are safe. But you say, I say this and I say that, then it's going to be trouble, no? Yes. So we should be. Anything, the best thing is to refer. And if you don't know, then at least you, get back to them by showing the respective, scriptural evidences. Then you are safe. You cannot get angry with. Yes. The problem is that the scriptures. That is the problem, Then we start opinionating, we start to speculate and so many things. And that's not pleasing to Krishna in our heart also. Yes, sometimes we are preaching to show how much we are so much advanced than the others, and that is also bad. Yes. Sometimes you speak in a condescending manner, always trying to belittle the other party, and that's also bad. Yes.
Yeah, that's something I have to work on.
So this way we have to learn, how to become what we say expert. So the best way is to always refer to scriptures, and that way you're safe. Huh? Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
Thank you, Prabhu.
Any other questions?
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. Prabhuji, related to this, not to agitate mind, I have a question, doubt here. Recently, we made a video on Sadhguru, where so many people in the YouTube comments, they have shown their agitated mind. So, means how to take this, Prabhuji? That is it not like pleasing to them? Sometimes truth is hard, displeasing for them. Many people didn't like the way that it was presented. But it is truth only. Means sometimes if we don't say in that way, they will never understand also. They will be in that illusory thoughts only, like they can do anything and everything. However, they can worship Krishna like that. Different kinds of pseudo religionists. That is also right. This is everything, different, anything and everything they are doing. So how to take this is how we have to speak to people.
Well, you have done a good job. You have opened them, so they're getting agitated. So let them voice out, and then you rebut.
But here it is said like one should not speak in such a way to agitate the mind of others. But it agitated.
But sometimes you have to agitate them to make them learn. You understand?
Yes.
That's of the preacher.
So how we will know, Prabhuji, when we should do and when we should not do?
You just pray to Krishna, and Krishna will put you in the situation. Yes?
Yes, Prabhuji.
Somebody had to say that this guy is the rascal. I'm glad our devotees have said, Tattva Prabhu, you have said, it's good.
Yes, Prabhuji.
So this is the boldness of the preachers. Prabhupada like this, boldness to preach boldly, not to compromise and say everything is good. So unless you got strength, how you will do this? You understand?
Yes.
But you can't do that in every circumstances. You have to be careful to know when to speak.
Are there any guidelines like to this kind of people we can say, but not to normal common persons? How we can know? And because if we are like this, if we speak to everyone, all people will be disturbed. But
No.
only
All people who are fools will be disturbed.
Okay.
All the fools will be disturbed, and they need to be disturbed so they'll wake up. Huh? Prabhupada used to call so many people rascals. Huh?
Yes, yes, Prabhuji.
Why? He was bold. He never compromised. So a preacher, we should not compromise. Understand? So if your compromising mood is there, that means you're not bold, you're not strong.
With this same attitude, if we behave with relatives or someone nearby,
You have to be very careful when you're preaching to your family members and all that. There'll be fights,
yes, yes, Prabhuji.
We have to, know when to use this and when not to use it.
So every time we should not be like this. Only at some particular point time period.
Instances, you learn how to apply this, but that doesn't mean that you are compromising. No, because to family members, if you agitate them, you're going to be hell because you're living with them, no?
Yes, yes, Prabhuji.
Yeah, so when you are in close contact with them and you fight with them, then you're going to have a problem. So, as you said, you don't agitate them, but when the time comes, you have to say. You follow?
Yes, yes,
This,
yes, Prabhuji.
this is how we have to be weighing the situation. When according to the situation, we have to present the facts, Yes?
Yes. With this respect only, I have one more question, Prabhuji. How is it that because we are neophytes, very, very new, I mean, Kanishta Adhikari platform we are in, means what is making us and you different? Like when you do anything, that will be right. When we do, it will be like out of ignorance, sometimes out of foolishness or out of passion we will be doing. So what is that one thing that is differentiating us and you?
It says that when a person, he makes spiritual advancement to the second class platform, then he makes distinction. For those people who are devotees, he is dealing in a friendly way, and those who are not devotees, who are innocent, he is giving them, his compassion, and for the Lord, he is worshipping the Lord, and for those who are envious, he is distancing himself away. So this is the four principles that governs the second class devotee who are preachers. You follow? So as you
Yes.
advance to the second class platform, then you learn how to deal accordingly. Of course, the first class devotee he does not preach because you see everybody as a devotee. Because we cannot imitate that platform. So at least in the second class platform, we should make this distinction. So those who are envious, that's where the trouble comes. So we avoid them. Yes.
Yes, yes, Prabhuji.
It's like you now have this problem, so many people are commenting, but some guys are just crazy, commenting some crazy comments. You don't bother. Yes?
Yes, yes.
So you just deal with them. So the most to most, they will not come to your channel. Okay, so be good. But if some guy change, then you also good. Yes?
Yes, yes, Prabhuji.
Because the internet is a free world. They like criticisms. Everybody is criticizing. That's all it is. Yes?
Yes.
If
Yes,
the
Prabhuji.
self comes down and speak to you, then that's good news. Yes?
Yes.
You understand? So preaching is a thankless task.
Mm.
Huh?
Yes, Prabhuji.
So we have to just be careful how we do it. Hmm? So
Yes.
the rule is this, to be worshipping the Lord, being friendly with the devotees, and become showing compassion to the innocent and avoiding those who are envious.
Okay.
Neglecting them. Yes?
Yes, Prabhuji, understood.
So this is how we follow. Everything is the guideline of the scripture we follow. Then we are safe, no? If you speak the truth, even sometimes it's unpalatable, but what to do? The truth is truth, correct?
Yes.
So you learn how to present it. That's why when we go to such thing, we don't challenge and say you are rascal and this. Prabhupada taught us, he said, you ask, what is this person, what is your philosophy? So the person say, we believe this, that, this. But then in the book Krishna, it says that he is Supreme God, So your belief is not corresponding to what Krishna says. That way, you are free from attacking him personally, correct? You can go to him and say directly, you are a rascal, you are saying all nonsense, this and that. That's also one way of attack. But if you ask, what is your philosophy and attack his philosophy, then the person is feeling, you understand, different. You follow?
Yes, Prabhuji.
So this is how Prabhupada taught us to preach. Huh? That way you are smashing him, but not him personally, but his philosophy. You follow?
Yes, Prabhuji.
So you can say Aside Baba is a rascal, you can say like that, no? But you say, what's his philosophy? Oh, you say that he is God. Oh, you say he is God. But Krishna says in Kali Yuga that nobody will be God. Huh? That's another way of saying. Yes?
Yes.
So this is how we have to learn how to present the facts, Yes?
Yes, I'm understanding now, Prabhuji.
Hmm.
So
So
we can attack also like this.
you have to learn how to attack in a way that you get the message through. At the same time, you make the person realize, no?
Okay, yes. Yes, Prabhuji. Because generally everyone thinks devotee means only you have to be peaceful, humble, and silent like that, always smiling face and pleasantly we have to speak. So there is something called attacking also that we just got to know.
Prabhupada said, outside we are roaring like a lion, and inside the devotees we are gentle like a lamb.
Yes, I understand, Prabhuji.
Not that you are gentle like a lamb outside and you roar inside the devotees like a lion, then you're asking for trouble,
Yes.
Okay, so we will have to stop here. Any more last questions before we close our session?
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. I have one question.
Yes.
Prabhuji, since in this life, like we got the mercy of Prabhupada to serve Krishna, but since we don't belong to a family like devotees and like parents are not devotees, so how come they are getting that mercy of Prabhupada to engage in Krishna consciousness and like serve Radha Krishna?
Who is getting the mercy?
Like I'm talking about myself only, like I don't belong to a family like devotees and parents are also not devotees, but if by Prabhupada's mercy somehow, I mean, getting the chance to serve Krishna, like getting this knowledge of Krishna consciousness, so how come, I mean, it's coming, I mean, this mercy is there.
So you must understand this is owing to your purva, janma. You understand? So by your previous lives doing devotional service, you are again getting the chance to continue your spiritual life. Understand?
Yes, Prabhupada.
So last life you didn't complete your spiritual thing, so therefore again you are taking birth like this and again getting the chance to connect to the spiritual master, again given this facility. Yeah?
Yes, Prabhupada.
Understand, no? So yeah, it's explained here in this verse. You see this word Purva Abhyasena. Yeah? By virtue of this divine consciousness of his previous life, he automatically becomes attracted to the yogic principles, even without seeking them. Such an inquisitive transcendentalist stands always above the ritualistic principles of the scriptures. You follow this?
Yes, Prabhuji.
Huh? So because you have done it in your previous life, again you are given this chance. Did you know you will be a devotee? Did you know you were going to do all these kind of things? Did you know? Hello?
No, Prabhuji.
So how did it happen? So it says here, he automatically, here see the word, he automatically becomes attracted to yogi without seeking them. So how does this work? Because Krishna is in your heart, you're reviving back your previous life connection. Yes? Hello?
Yes, Prabhuji.
Hmm. So you should now not make mistake rather than think you're fortunate to get Prabhupada and all that. That is nice, but you have to be very careful this time to make and go back to the spiritual world.
Yes, right, Prabhuji.
So your fortune should be a sign of humility to say that, look, I've got this facility, by the mercy of Krishna and Guru, please help me that I can complete my spiritual journey. Rather than being proud, that's dangerous. Yes.
And Prabhuji, like the people we are associating with right now, so is there any connection with them also? Like, why are we associating with them?
Yeah, because they also maybe, Krishna put them, Krishna is in control, no. Krishna is giving other souls also a chance by putting you there and, you will revive and this way, help others. Things, Krishna is, is God, no? You understand?
Yes, Prabhuji.
Why he does, how he does, this is inconceivable. Maybe those people around you also have done a little Krishna conscious. In this way, they also get a chance. You don't know. Yes?
Yes.
Yes or no? So we have to take it as Krishna's arrangement. Karanam Deviga Netrena. By a higher arrangement, this is all taking place. You understand? Why you take birth in this particular universe and this particular planet and this particular place and all? Do you know? You don't know. Yes.
No,
Particular time you don't know, right? Yes.
right.
So this is all arrangement of Krishna. The Prabhupada was giving a class. Who know that I will come to America, and who know you will come to me, and you will become Krishna kind. Who know all this? This is all Krishna's arrangement. Understand?
Yes, Prabhuji.
So you are fortunate that you have got Krishna. Now help others.
Yes, definitely, sir.
So that is your fortune, to help others become Krishna conscious. Is it clear?
Yes, absolutely correct. Thank you.
So, okay, I guess I had spent my wonderful time with all of you. I'm so happy that you had given me a chance to be of some service to all of you. Forgive me if I have said anything that's not very pleasing to you.
Thank you so much, Prabhu, for your
It's so
wonderful.
sweet.
Yeah. Thank you very much.
So I guess I have to say goodbye. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna,
Hare Krishna,
Prabhuji.
Prabhuji. All Prabhu.
Thank you,
All
Prabhu. Hare
glories to
Krishna.
Srila Prabhupada.
All glories to Srila Prabhupada.
Lord,
Hare Krishna, Hari Bol.
Hari Bol,
Hare
Hari
Krishna,
Bol.
Prabhu, Dandavat, Namaste.